Hello my friends, and welcome to my channel ROCOFIT Health and Fitness. I'm so excited to be here. It has been quite a while, and that's just life. Life is a bit of a journey, and I'm here today to share with you a little bit of the journey I've been on and about the keto diet and how excited I am to be doing the keto diet. I've been on the keto diet for 3 weeks now, and I'm so loving the results. And I want to talk about why it was probably a little bit easier for me than most to adapt this way of eating and what it's really done for me, not only just in terms of my energy and my health, but also just in my purpose again, which I am so excited about. So my story is that if you've been following this channel for a while, you know I was like a very consistent and avid YouTuber and blogger, and I was always talking about the Primal Diet and exercising and kettlebells, and that was my thing. And in many ways it still is. The keto diet really is just a reconfiguration of carbs. You eat very similar to Primal Diet, and that's why it was easy for me to do. There are certain things that you cut out because of the amount of carbs you're limited to, but I'll get more into that. So life just took a turn for me, and that's why you haven't seen me for quite a while. And I've kind of come back a little bit here and a little bit there, and nothing really has stuck. And that's because basically for almost 5 years ago, I decided to move back to Vancouver, Canada. And I had been living in the UK for 11 years, and I still love it. I still feel like it's home. I feel like I have two homes, and I'm pretty happy in actually both places. And my husband and I do go back and forth a lot, which is awesome. But it wasn't so easy at the beginning. What happened was I moved to Vancouver thinking it was going to be such an easy move. I was a trainer, I was a successful trainer, and I just thought I was going to pick up where I left off. Well, there was a lot of stuff kind of happening in my personal life, and I had some major losses of a best friend, my coach, and you know, not to make excuses, but just life happens. And so when I came to Vancouver, getting started in my training business didn't go according to plan. I couldn't find clients for a little while. I wasn't very motivated to do so because I was quite down, and so then things just spiraled out of control. Before I knew it, things were just tough, and so I ended up falling into the film industry, which was crazy. I ended up first just as a background performer. It was supposed to just be something to do while I built my business, but the thing is, the film industry in Vancouver was booming, and so I ended up with a lot of hours, and then I ended up doing some pretty cool standing in for actresses work, and I ended up doing some special skill stuff, doing like military stuff and getting to wear SWAT gear, and it was so fun. I got the most phenomenal experiences. But you know what, my friends, it just wasn't my calling in life is health. And so as much as I adore those experiences and I'm grateful, I do feel like I was there a little bit too long. And the thing is, the biggest reason I quit film was it was taking my health. And not to blame the film industry, because like I said, it was so good to me at a time where things were tough. And there are people that can be healthy within the film industry, of course, but for me, I just found it a real challenge. So the long hours, 16, 17 hours on sets, sometimes not having control over food. Like sometimes the food was like gourmet, amazing, so wonderful. And then other times you'd be served white pasta and meat sauce, or a sauce without meat, and that was your only option. And if you're there for 17 hours, you're gonna eat that stuff. And that wasn't the type of food I had eaten for years. Also things like having access to water that wasn't in plastic containers in the sun, and like that kind of stuff happened, right? And so I ended up stopping because I knew that something was gonna give, and actually it did. I ended up being diagnosed with adrenal fatigue early this year, and I knew I had it before, so I already started to do things to make changes to get my health back. And then I also seek the help of a naturopath that was so amazing, and things started to get better. But the best part was, as I started to work on my health, I started to find my true passion for helping others with their health. So I tried to go back to the Primal Diet, and when I say go back, it's not that there was ever a time that I didn't feel like the Primal Diet was for me. It's always been a way that I've eaten where I feel my true best. It just got hard, and because I was on sets eating stuff that was definitely not primal, it was very carb heavy, and just sometimes poor quality coffees and having too much caffeine and that kind of thing. It meant that when I came home, I was craving more carbohydrates, and even though I was buying like healthy carbs, it was just still over the top, and it wasn't Primal Diet foods. And I found, like I said, I found it hard to get back to that and stick to that. So with my adrenal fatigue came a lot of research on my part, because I know a naturopath can only do so much to help you. You see them for a short time, they do the blood tests, you get put on a few little supplements. She didn't put me on too many things, which was great, because I'm not a big fan of taking many supplements. But from there, I don't know even how it happened, because I'd heard of the keto diet. Obviously, it's a diet that's been around for a long time, and I like more to call it approach than a diet. But somehow I think I got put into a group on Facebook around keto or something. And then I started to just Google keto and adrenal fatigue and hormone balancing and all that kind of stuff. And I started to see people with some really great results. And then one day I was thinking about exactly what it was. And I thought, you know what? Back in the days when I was feeling my ultimate best, like, I mean, like superhero, like I just felt strong and fit and energetic. And I thought, what was it? And I realized even on the Primal Diet, I was likely in ketosis a lot of the time. I was probably in and out of it quite a bit because of the style and the way I was eating my, eating the Primal Diet. So I decided to give the keto diet a chance, and I am not a big fan of tracking. Like, I just never have been, because I don't like it. I don't like to become obsessive over food, and I don't like to encourage that kind of behavior. But I knew if I was going to do the keto diet, I had to track, because on the keto diet, you want to be eating 20 net carbs a day. So it's basically high fat, moderate protein, and very low carbohydrates. So I had to start measuring the carbs, because carbs are in everything, even our healthy veggies. And so 20 net means that you're taking away the full carbohydrate, the fiber away from the carbohydrates, and then you're left with the net amount. So 20 really isn't a whole lot, and I found that out quite quickly. And as I started to prepare my meals, I realized it was amazing to see that it was really very little protein. You only want to be on about 15% protein. I hope I get these right. 75 to 80% fat and about 5% carbs. Again, I'm no expert yet, but I sure am working to becoming an expert in the keto diet, in the sense of being able to guide others to do it, which is why I'm doing it myself first. So that's kind of the gist of it. And the idea is that your body starts to burn fat as fuel by putting it into ketosis, rather than using carbohydrates as fuel. And the results for most people are amazing weight loss, but what I love is great energy, no cravings, and this mental clarity that comes with it. And so I started tracking, and I even bought like little tracking sticks that you pee on them, and they basically in 15 seconds tell you if they're in ketosis. Those are great at the beginning. After a while, apparently, if you've been in ketosis for a while, they won't detect it anymore. So they're kind of a good starter. Oh, sorry, I'm sitting on my leg. So those are really helpful, so that I knew I was on track. And what I have found is that I just love it. Like, it's given me this new focus, this new direction. I have lost some weight. I can't tell you how much, because I didn't weigh myself. I don't have a scale. I didn't even measure myself. I wasn't doing this for weight loss. I've been doing this for the mental clarity, to get me over that last little bit of adrenal fatigue. Even though my adrenal fatigue was getting a lot better from cleaning up my diet, I still found that I just was lacking kind of like that last little bit of like not needing a nap in the afternoon and that kind of thing, waking up with energy. And so this time on the keto diet, that's how I feel like after 3 weeks, and I'm so excited to keep going. The long-term plan is to adapt more of a keto lifestyle, where you're not so strict on being in ketosis every single day, and I don't think many people recommend that. Anyway, I will probably adopt Max Lucavir's protocol, which is having your carbs after workouts, and then in the other times having keto type meals. So right now I'm not training a lot, which sounds crazy, but the problem is with adrenal fatigue, one of the things they recommend is that you don't work out a whole lot. Like, some people are told, depending on how severe yours is, I don't think mine was too severe, but I've been told to just keep my workouts to things like walking and yoga, which I haven't done, but I do my husband's movement classes, which are great. And so now I'm actually feeling good. Like, I'm actually, for the first time, you guys, for the first time in so long, I'm like craving weights. Like, I'm craving picking up my kettlebells. I'm craving getting the tone back in my body. I'm craving all these things, which is awesome because for a long time I just was so off track. And you know, this isn't the easiest video to do because as someone that's kind of been seen as a health and fitness person and my life totally surrounding it, it's hard to admit that you really lost kind of, you know, life took over and I've been off track a lot. But you know, I think that life really does these things for a reason, and maybe it's so that I could be more empathetic and understand that things do happen and how to get it back and how I can guide people more. I have no regrets. I do think I could have put myself through this process a lot quicker, and that's what I want to do. So if anyone out there is struggling in any way, I can't and I don't want to take that journey away because I think the journey is really important, but it's really about coming out of those journeys a little quicker. I definitely didn't need to be there for the 4 to 5 years that I was. So my friends, I hope this is the beginning of regular vlogging. I shouldn't use the word hope, it will be. I'll be showing you what I'm eating on the keto diet. I'll be showing you, coming to you with updates, and I'll let you know when I'm kind of off and on and what I'm doing. The Primal Diet is still like the #1 plan that I follow and that I really love. So right now this whole keto side is, and being more strict on the carbs, is just a journey to see where this takes me. But like I said, 3 weeks in and I'm feeling absolutely great. If you have any questions, post them below. If you're on the YouTube channel, please subscribe. I would love for you to follow along. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. But I'm excited to be back, my friends. Have a fabulous one wherever you are. Bye.